So my dad took a pretty unique approach to teaching me about math and geography through sports. We would watch a lot of games, didn't matter what sport, baseball, basketball, football, and we'd be sitting there watching the games, and my dad would be like, okay, quarterbacks, completion percentage is 70%, how many completions did he have? How many incompletions? All right, Dad, 7 out of 10. He completed 7, they dropped 3, and so 7 out of 10, 70%. Or, a batter would be at the plate and they're flashing statistic, batter's 1 for 3. My dad would be like, okay, what's the percentage? He's 1 for 3, what is it? And so we would go through this exercise on all these games over decades. And what I didn't realize is my dad was actually teaching me math through sports. And also I learned geography as well. We would be watching, the games, or we'd be reading a newspaper and they would break down the divisions. Like, these teams are in the East Division, these teams are in the West Division, and then they would have the cities or the states that the teams played in. So we would discuss, where the teams were located, even the name of the arenas that they played in or the stadiums they played in, and he would have me look up the capacity. Like, how many seats does this arena actually have? How many seats does this stadium actually have? The funny part about the story is my mom would always get so mad at my dad. She'd be like, he needs to watch something different on TV than sports. All you guys watch is sports. So one day, somehow my mom and I got on the subject of how she used to come in the den and get on my dad about always watching sports, and I need to be watching something different and learning something different. I was like, Mom, how do you think I learned geography? How did you think I really learned math? I learned it from my dad quizzing me while we were watching sports. I said, that's why I'm so good at geography and that's why I'm so good at math. And she just looked at me like, I never knew. I'm like, yeah, Mom. So when you was getting on my dad for that, he was actually teaching me a lot. And I said that was a very easy way for me to learn geography. It was a very easy way for me to learn math. So my dad just took a very unique approach to teaching me those things because he knew I was really interested. Like, we would get the newspaper, I'm looking at points per game, assists per game, rebounds per game. I'm looking at rushing yards. I'm looking at home runs. I'm looking at RBIs. Like, my dad would literally pull out the sports page and we would go through all those statistics. And so that was a easy way for me to learn math and also geography. And so my dad just took a really unique approach, and it was really, really cool that he did that.